Oh, man. All right, all right. Turn this down some. Man, oh, man. First car stream. Okay. Oh, we got something. Let's put those away. Ooh, I don't think they go away anymore. All right. Um, I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable with the camera. It still feels weird, but I think as we get these going, the more and more it'll be allowing me to be more open. So appreciate the onesies and twosies for now. Um, it's definitely something that I've always wanted to do for a long time. I just didn't know how to do it, and somebody was like, "Well, you just gotta start." And it's like, just gotta start. It's such a underrated, but most important statement because when you just start, you want to do something big, right? Like I was like, hey, what do I record? Like, what kind of event should I plan? What kind of atmosphere should I bring people in? Should I collaborate away? And then it's just like I think we overthink it sometimes, where it's like that's not really who I want to be. It's not really what I want to do. And I think that's the problem with watching content if you want to be a content creator. When you start watching content, you see what works, you start to try to change your mindset to see if you can fit that image, that mold, right? Like, hey, I like how that person did it. Let me see if I can tweak my content. Be careful doing that because when you start tweaking your content and tweak content, now you're just looking like all these other content creators, but who are you? So, we have amazing content creators out there. They're out there killing it when it comes to skits, informational videos, and all that. But I believe that nobody really talks about behind the scenes, or what it takes to get people together, what it takes to find the content, what it takes to find these different ideas. So that's going to be my goal, is to try to capture that side of things. And I truly believe that it will be a very slow climb, very slow. But something else that I wanted to do, and I forgot who it was. I think it was DDG. DDG said Woo Wop has content from when he was a baby. You know, um, who else? His son now. He's starting to bring him on the streams, so he'll be able to see himself grow on the videos. And it's kind of funny because I had brought that analogy up before with one of the presentations I did. I was talking to people about um, back in the day, we used our grandma's photo album to review our memories. With the rise of social media, and I would say kind of like the downfall of social media as well, but it's not really, social media is not going away. But the downfall of it, or like a con of it, if you want to call it that, is we don't want to be on there sometimes. So now we don't have grandma's photo album, and now we don't want to be on social media. So where are the videos? Where's the memories going? And I believe that we had a good 5-year gap of no memories. So what I'm trying to do is making this content to also help people, but also show my son, who doesn't really see me too much because I'm always working, I'm always on the road and stuff like that. So he'll be able to see the behind the scenes, right? It's really hard for me to tell him I'm always on the road when he might just say, "Oh, he's lying" and stuff like that. So that's why I like this, to help him also see it. So we're gonna get some gas and we'll be back. I guess I have 32 hours of memory. I have a terabyte, so come and get gas with me. All right. Oh yeah, we use the Shell app for gas. I gotta figure out which gas tank we're at. Pump 4. Life is different. Life's so simple now. Like getting gas with the Shell app. linking the account, and then it's like it's already done. Like we can start feeling. It's crazy. All right, man, oh man. I wish the sun was out. I don't know if I can get more lighting in here. So I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm gonna record this one and then see how it looks. Hopefully it's not too loud. All right. Pretty much something else that I'm doing right now also is we made a content creator collaboration like for WhatsApp, and San Antonio trip will be taking place around October 31st to November 5th. So if you know somebody or if you're that somebody that wants to be a part of that collaboration, reach out and let's see what we can do. I want to make some skits with the Woo Man, and we're going to do a vlog or maybe like a stream or something. We're going to figure that out. But so we're talking about it right now, and Lieutenant Powers is like me crying because I leave San Antonio next week and can't be a part of this. I think we have 5 creators. So I gave you Woo Man. I can't give you anybody else. I want to see how big we can make this, and I think it's gonna be special. So I'm trying to do this. I like this. Like for me, planning these events and highlighting the creators that we have, being able to kind of like put them together and then sit back and watch what they do is just it's amazing to me. That's the part that I enjoy the most of this. So there's a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes that you don't get to see, which I'm completely okay with. I just like to see the finished product, because at the end of the day, this is bigger than just me. It's bigger than just them as well. Like this is representing the Air Force. Well, we can't really represent the Air Force, but at the same time, they know that we are airmen. So we still have to be careful on how we move. But I think there's a right way to do it, and with so many people out there right now doing it the wrong way, being able to create the right way and then be able to bring people in to do it the right way is going to be big. And that's the goal. That's the mission, is to make it acceptable, pretty much. And in order to make it acceptable, before they can accept it, you have to do it, test it, show them the results. And oh man, that's probably the biggest hurdle that we have in the Air Force. But we gotta play by the rules. So. I think we're gonna try and do too is I'm gonna try to see if I can make some calls and then see if you are able to hear the calls. Might have to take the mic off and just use open mic, but I'm just afraid of the sound, too much sound out there. Because right now there's a lot of sound going on right now. We have a lawnmower going. So, all right, we're gonna go to the gym really quick. Probably won't record this one. I don't have too much time today to record content. I was busy setting this up, but I like this more. This will allow me to kind of just vent my ideas as we're driving. Hey, it made a good turn right there. Hey, huge shout out to the TikTok shop. Don't be sleeping on the TikTok shop. I'm not gonna lie. I was very skeptical of it, but I have a camera mount right now, and that camera mount is attached to the window. And yeah, we're shaking right now, but hopefully it's not too bad to where you can't see it, and it's driving you dizzy. So we'll see that in a second. But shout out to the TikTok shop. $38 mount, and I mean we're bumping, we're turning, and it's holding steady. So I'm not actually surprised. $38 is one of those price points where it's like it's it's not a lot of money, but it's also getting to that borderline where it's like I can't do this again. Like if I spend $40 on this and it doesn't work, then we're gonna have to try something else. And I'm not talking about like another product, but we're talking about something that's not a window mount, because $40 twice turns into 80. I mean, 40 times 2, right? And that's a lot. That's when we start talking about a lot of money, for me at least. Everyone's bowling on a different budget. I'm not really bowling, so. All right. So I'm guessing, you know what? We're not even going to be monetized. So if we're not monetized, we might as well listen to some music. So what's going on? Today is Wednesday. So we already did our post for today. Every day is a 4 a.m. post. It's just the mindset I have, like the mentality that I have for it, the vision I have for it. For me, it's been the most successful time to post. Majority though is manual posting. I think I'm at about 90% manual posting and 10% scheduled posts. For me, scheduled posts just doesn't seem like they hit the same. So I usually try to stay away from those and just focus on setting my 2 alarms. I have a 3:50 alarm that says make your post. Then I have a 3:55 alarm that says get up now and post. So we've been over a year at it. Getting a lot of traction. I'm definitely, beyond grateful for the position that I'm in now, to be able to not only continue the content, but also be able to make it bigger now. I feel like there's a way that I could keep doing this and not having to do more. But that would be kind of selfish on my part, whereas like I'm helping, highlighting other airmen, right? Tell their stories, and they're getting some growth from it. But we can grow more together now, right? So it's like they helped me get up here. Now that I'm up here, what am I doing with that? What am I doing up here? Well, now I got to turn back and make sure that the ones that helped me get here are also still, getting the support that they need, and getting pulled up as well. So that's that's what I do there. And that's why I said, I created the collaboration on WhatsApp with different creators. And that way, with some behind the scenes information, right, we're able to give them more factual information so they can use that as ammo to create their content. Information is key, right? Information is power. Information is ammo. So having all those things that they can use to make better content, make factual content that can't be fact checked is very important. When you fact check your own content, it just makes it more powerful, because now, yes, you can be funny, but if you're funny and informational, now you start becoming motivational. So, and that's what we want. at the end of the day, we want the content creators to motivate others because, you know, a lot of them are just doing it just to help others. So I'll always give them the flowers. Majority of them are doing it in the right, you know, for the right reasons. They just sometimes hear rumors though, and when you make content off rumors, it can backfire. So man, got a rainy day in Memphis, Tennessee, and you know, these car rides are nice. I used to not like long car rides, but these 20, 30-minute car rides there and back, it kind of allows me to focus. I try to work a lot. I try to work whenever I'm up and awake. I'm working, doing something. So I realized I found that these car rides are actually allowing me to pretty much be forced to slow down some. Brain, not on the road, but it is what it is. Ooh. I think what we're gonna have to do is try to make topic ideas for car rides. I can do that. So we got 15 minutes. What do we talk about? Could talk about going back to school. High school, for the high schoolers. You know, it's their senior year. I remember when I was a senior in high school, my job was already done. I already had my Air Force. I swore in already. I was in the delayed entry program. Yes, the recruiter was calling me every week, texting me every week, and I was getting annoyed because I was like, I already told you I was joining. You don't have to check in on me. But I realized that he was doing that to also be there for me. And fun fact about my recruiter is I've been in the Air Force for 15 years, and he is still in the Air Force. Not only is he still in the Air Force, he's also an Air Force recruiter. So huge shout out to my recruiter. I don't want to put his name out there yet until I get more information, more clarification to make sure that he's okay with that. But let's see. Amazing recruiter though, especially at the time he was annoying to me, but that was because I was ignorant of the process, which again, it goes back to what we were talking about understanding like the information, right? Like he's literally was just doing his job and was also motivating me. And you know, for me, I don't really need somebody else to motivate me. However, that's, you know, everyone's different. So, you know, I'm grateful that he at least took the time out to do it. So that's why I can't, you know, now looking back, I can't be upset or annoyed. I feel bad because sometimes I would ignore his text messages. But anyways, let's go back to, sorry, it's loud. Let me get away from this traffic real quick. All right. A young 17-year-old, 180 pounds, soaking wet. I thought I was doing something. You know, I was in basketball, and I wasn't in basketball my senior year because I didn't get to go to the school I wanted. I was very arrogant and cocky at the time, and I'm kind of wish I can go back and just do the what if, right? So I try not to live in that, but that's probably, you know, I think we all have regrets in life. Everything happens for a reason, but we still have regrets in life that we wish we can go back and do again just to see what could happen. And a top 3 regret in life would be after my sophomore year, even though I didn't get the school I wanted, I should have still tried my junior year and gave it my all. I didn't think I could be this size. Now I'm sitting at 6'4", 280. And I didn't think I could do it, right? So I was just like, it's more realistic to join the Air Force, which, I will always be grateful for this opportunity because my mom was in for 24 years. So very understanding of the situation. I knew what I was getting myself into, and I knew that for a retirement, the Air Force was the best route. So I don't lose sleep at night. But if I had to, if you ask me, what do you regret in life, I would say that. We didn't have social media. Well, we had Facebook, but we didn't have TikTok. Obviously, we didn't have the different platforms where it's like you can elevate your game, and pretty much people are getting scholarships at these small schools because there's so much footage. If your game was on, Max, I forgot what it's called, Max Reps. I don't think it's Max Reps. I forgot what the name of it is. Just drop it in the chat if you remember. What's the app where people were dropping, or the company that people were dropping their game film at? And I don't think it was Huddle. Huddle, I don't think was around yet. So it was something else before Huddle. So if you know what it is, drop it in the chat. Well, let's get back on topic. Coming in there junior year, I already knew I had a job, so my senior year was really stress-free. I was at Taft High School, and you know what? It's been 15 years. Let's just get it out there and then see what happens. But it shouldn't hit traction. Because I don't even know the name of the teacher anymore, and he's probably long retired now because it was 15 years ago. So, with that being said, I probably shouldn't be in the Air Force right now. I thank one person in particular for me being in the Air Force, and that is going to be my Latin teacher. See, in the state of Texas, you're required to take 2 years of language. I took Latin. I Googled what's the easiest language to learn, and they said Latin. Well, obviously, I should have taken Spanish, but I took Latin. And my junior year, I paid attention about halfway, but then when it came to my senior year, I was skipping school because they had this program called attendance recovery, and I don't know why Texas schools decided to have attendance recovery. Because for me, I'm like I can see stuff, right? So I see patterns. So I'm like, all right, I have to take 5 classes my senior year. If I skip Monday, Tuesday, or Monday, Friday, and then I stay for the whole block on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and stay after school, I can make up Monday and Friday. So, and while I'm doing that, making up those classes, I can then do my homework. So I never had homework. And I was skipping, I think I had, because it wasn't just Monday or Friday, if I was over, then I would skip more. But I think I was up to 60, 65 total skipped days. And that's not something to brag about, but it was something that was there. It was a program that was there, so I definitely took full advantage of it. However, you miss 65 days of trying to learn another language, and it's not like English or math where you can make it up, right? You can read a book and make it up. You have to kind of be present in the class so you can learn how to identify the words. I was failing. I remember he pulled me aside one time, and he was like, what's your plan? And I told him about my plan, and he was like, all right, well, you don't need Latin in the Air Force, but I'm tired of being disrespected. So I was like, that's valid. So, because even when I wasn't skipping, I was sleeping. So not only do we have skip days, but I was also sleeping in the class To be fair, Latin was my sixth period. Was sixth period. It's my fifth period, right? So it's after lunch. So he'd be lucky if I even came back to school after lunch. So then, after I eat, obviously I'm tired. I gotta get ready to play WoW, because I was playing World of Warcraft at the time as well. I was leading in guild, and nobody knew my age at the time, because if they would have known I'd be leading by a 17-year-old, they wouldn't have liked it. But anyways, let's see. He said, "I'm tired of being disrespected." He was like, "You're not passing, and you're failing, and then you won't be able to graduate. You won't be able to walk." So I'm like, okay, I understand. I hear you. And then, like any high schooler, I held my ground, put my 2 feet down, and I said, "Please help me. What can I do? I need to graduate. I need to go to the Air Force." So he was like, all right. You don't skip my class anymore, and you don't fall asleep anymore, and I'll pass you. I don't know how he was going to do it, but I definitely made sure that I listened and I did it. So I even if I was skipping the day, I would make sure that I would come back after lunch and go to his class. And it kind of got awkward sometimes when you see your teachers from other class periods see you going to Latin. So, but I didn't show anybody my quizzes. I didn't show anybody my homework, and I pretty much kept it a secret. And come to find out, when I took my finals, he gave me, I think, like a C plus or something like that. Like, I forgot what it was. I think it was like maybe a B or something like that, to push the curve just to where I can pass. And I don't know if I got those answers right. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But all I know is I passed Latin, and I was able to join the Air Force. So, with that being said, we know that people are going to make the same mistakes that we do. So we just try to, I feel at my age now, is to try to give back to the youth, to try to see if we can help them not make the same mistakes we did. But at the same time, I believe that lesson right there helped me become the person who I am now. And when it comes to also looking out for other people, right? Because it's like, he didn't have to do that. I could have repeated the class, and then I probably would have graduated the next year, right? And then I would have been out the hair. So he didn't have to do that. So for him doing that, and risking his career, I'm beyond grateful for that. So it's something else that, I guess is who I am today. When it comes to this, being very, not risking my career, but taking chances on helping others is very big. And that's something else that I try to challenge others on is like, when was the last time you took a risk with your name on it for somebody else? And that's something that I think is a hard question. I think it's a hard question to ask or answer. I'm sorry. So, well, that was a little bit of a mini story time, and I think I might be able to start doing those more. Just trying to be more transparent so you can see the person behind it. Because a lot of times people just see like who I am online, right? Like who I am, like working out, doing, photos and stuff like that. So I want to kind of bring a story behind the video. So 1 minute out. Thank you for joining me on this ride, and y'all have a good day.